Merry Christmas, baby. Reindeer's coming out to play. Santa Claus is packing the presents, making sure you've been behaving okay. Merry Christmas, honey. Yeah. The snowman's dusting off his hat, putting on the show for everybody, to give them a smile that lasts another year.
You know, whenever you're driving around neighborhoods looking at Christmas lights and looking at all of the outside decorations, but you drive past a house and you see a beautiful lit up tall Christmas tree in the window, and there's just something about that house that gives you a warm Christmas feeling. So in this video, I'm going to create that feeling. But our dining room is actually what's in the front of our house opposed to our living room. So the only way to do that is if I put a Christmas tree in our dining room in front of the front window. If this is your first time here, my name is Michelle, and I have an easy step process that I use to decorate my Christmas trees, which I'll be sharing with y'all today. Now, I'm going to be completely honest, decorating for Christmas can be, or is, super exhausting. It's pretty exhausting to decorate your whole house for Christmas, but we take it one tree at a time and one space at a time. So first, let's fix the lighting in this room and get started. All right, so I store all of my Christmas trees in this hidden upstairs attic, which I'm going to open up and attempt to find the right tree that I need for the dining room. Now, I have mostly all flocked trees. A couple of years ago, flocking was really in, and I went overly obsessed with flocked trees, and I gave away all of my non-flocked trees. So unless I were to buy all new trees, then I'm just going to work with what I have. But I promise you can make whatever tree you have still look absolutely beautiful. Now, I have tons of tree bags that hold my wreaths, my garland, my Christmas trees. So I'm trying, there we go. I finally found the right tree bag. But let's head downstairs and get this one set up. So the lighting is a little off in this room, and in fact, it looks like it's snowing with the amount of flocked snow that is flying around, but I promise the lighting will adjust in just a minute. But in decorating our Christmas tree, the first step that I like to first decide is what is the theme of the tree, or it could just be colors. What different color scheme do you want to use? Now, last year I went glam with this tree, meaning I just use gold, white, and silver. But this year I am going to do red, white, and silver. Now, once I get the tree up, I like to unfluff it in sections. So I don't like putting the whole tree up and then trying to maneuver through the sections on and off a ladder. I like to do it one at a time. That way I know that I'm touching almost every single branch and not having any gaps. Now, be sure to test the lights out and make sure they work. But instead of putting it on section by section, I won't put on the next section. I will start with the very top section, and then I will unfluff this whole section before I go back to the middle section. If you've seen me decorate my main 12-foot tree, you'll see that I do it in two sections, meaning I almost decorate it as if it were two separate trees, and then I put the top piece on at the very end once it's already decorated. That way I'm not on and off of a ladder, and you can just imagine getting 12 feet in the air every time you need to put on one little ornament. It takes forever. Now, I don't do that with this tree, meaning decorate the top section before I put it on the top of the tree, because it's only 7 foot tall. So it's not super tall, and I can manage on a smaller-ish ladder. So now I'm just going to continue to get this tree nice and full.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light, while we're dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing just you.
So next, after scrummaging through my attic, I found my Christmas tree inventory. So I'm going to see what I want to use and what I might need to get to achieve the look that I want. But that little tree skirt is a little pathetic. I do need a really nice one, but for now, this one will have to do. So if you have been on Instagram or TikTok or even seen other YouTube videos, you may have heard about this viral tree that I've seen absolutely everywhere. The lights are beautiful. I mean, based on the videos, it looks amazing. But this year I did not purchase it. I was tempted. I decided to use my budget on other things. But one of the things that I noticed is that I have bought these cascading lights. Now this set of cascading lights completely tangled up last year when I was trying to pull them off of the tree, and there was just no salvaging those lights. But you can get that look of the viral tree that I'm talking about using cascading lights. Now I did get these from a store called Craftex local in Houston, but I can try and find some off of Amazon to see if there's any similar. But this will really add beautiful lights to your tree and give you that twinkling effect that one viral tree has. So what you basically do is there is almost an end piece, and last year I wrapped up each individual light strand so that way it didn't get tangled. The other one I failed miserably at. But basically I'm going to start unraveling it and then adding these, they're almost like fairy string lights, into the tree. So this is going to give you that look of that viral Home Depot tree without having to buy a new tree. And that leads me to the next step I do when decorating is to add the lights. And one quick tip, when you add extra lights, make sure you put them, or at least I like the effect of when they are in the tree instead of just draping them over the top of the tree. So I'm curious to know, what size Christmas tree do you have as your main tree, and is it flocked or not flocked? So leave me a comment down below and let me know. So here is the tree, just adding one set of those cascading lights. It really gives it that twinkle and wow effect. So next thing that I like to do is then add the ribbon. So instead of going straight to adding your traditional sphere ornaments, I like to add ribbon because you can get ribbon for relatively cheaply priced, and it can take up a lot of space on the tree so that you're not, spending a lot of money on ornaments. And not only that, as much as I do like the round ornaments, Those ornament hooks are the worst, and I hate having them all over the floor and getting them all tangled up. Now, don't get me wrong, I still use them, but I try to fill up the tree with ribbon first so that way I use less of those ornaments. But anyway, for this tree this year, I bought some red ribbon from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just making simple, elegant bows out of it. So instead of looping the ribbon in and out of the tree like I did in the past years, I just thought these bows look great. And I have also been obsessed with velvet recently, so I did buy velvet ribbon for this tree from Hobby Lobby. And it's about an inch thick, and in order to fill up this whole 7-foot tree, I bought spools. Is that what it's called? Those things of it. Now, when tying the bow, just keep it stupid simple, right? So just tie the bow like you're tying a shoe. So I don't cut the bows and measure them out. I'm basically just taking that spool, creating a bow, and then I'm going to match the bottom of the bow and just cut that piece. Because you know what happens all the time? I cut these ribbons in the specific length, and then I try to tie it, and then one side is always a few inches longer than the other side, and then I have to repeatedly keep doing it, which I'm sure there's an easier way to do it, but just tie it like you're tying a shoe, cut it, and just put it on your tree. Keep it easy and simple. So I'm going to keep doing this until I fill up the majority of the tree. So after the ribbon is on the way you like it, then my next step is to fill in a lot of the gaps with your picks and sprays. I love adding picks to a tree because it gives the tree so much definition and dimension. This is also where I will start working on the topper. My toppers are usually just an array of different types of picks. And the key is that you just create it as you go. The next step that I do is add in any specialty ornaments. So these could be your traditional sphere balls that are specialty or different shaped ones. Now I'm kind of adding in them while I'm doing my picks, and I kind of go back and adjust the topper a bit, but I like to add these first so that they can be the center of attention and displayed beautifully. And then lastly, I would fill in the remaining part of the tree with your traditional, probably your least expensive ball ornaments. Now, one of my biggest tips with these ball ornaments is that if you have a big fluffy tree like mine, they look really good if you bury them somewhat in the tree. It makes the tree look nice and full and doesn't leave it like hanging and blocking another one of your really pretty ornaments or ribbon. Now, what I've also seen recently as a great idea is to create cluster balls. So like grouping 3 to 4 of the ball ornaments together and creating one big ball cluster. But now I am just about done if my dog doesn't knock over this tree before I get to it. So here we are with the finished tree. I've never done my ribbon this way before, but I love the simplicity and elegance to it. And I'm just loving the way it turned out. I think it'll be a beautiful window display.
The city is covered in snow tonight. Where did my love go? Santa, I'm waiting for him, but he's nowhere inside, and all of the presents are still.
So next I'm going to tie in the red from the tree into these berry wreaths. And last year I added ribbon around these berry wreaths to give it a more wow factor, I guess you can say. These berry wreaths are from At Home, and basically I just get a pin and pin the ribbon to the wall, right? I'm just trying to keep it as simple as possible.
Guarantee. So please, Santa, bring back my love tonight.
The last thing I'm going to do in the dining room is decorate the table. Now, I do work from home and I work in the dining room. So most of the time I have a computer and just stuff all over this table. So if I'm being completely honest, I'm going to decorate it and then I will probably end up taking it down and using some of this decorations in other parts of the house so that way I can still work at this table and enjoy the Christmas tree. But if I were to eat at the dining room and leave it decorated, this is likely how I would decorate it. When I decorate my mom's home in the next couple of weeks, then I will craft up a beautiful Christmas tablescape. So make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, so that you can see more of my style of decorating and how you can incorporate it into your own home. Now, I do love these candles. This whole set was from Amazon, and I also made a quick stop from Hobby Lobby and picked up these really pretty green velvet trees.
'Cause his love is all I need, and my love I can guarantee. So please, Santa, bring back my love tonight.
I'm creating kind of a Christmas tree forest here, and I did get these micro lights from Hobby Lobby. I'm a little particular about my lights. I didn't 100% love these lights, although they are still cute. I think maybe because they seem a little too close together so you can see the actual string of lights opposed to it looking a little bit more spread out. But anyway, I added the red trees in here so that it would tie in with the rest of the room. But now that I'm just about done, I'll give you a little tour.
No, I can't wait for the weekend. Waking up next to you. We'll be sharing our secrets, making dreams come true. Let's have a toast for the lovers. We'll tumble round in the snow, and my heart's going boom, boom, boom. You're so beautiful. What a night. Can you feel it too? Girl, I won't let you go. When the sky comes alive, let's have a jolly holiday. Holiday. Let's have a jolly holiday. Holiday. Yeah.
Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see y'all next week for some more decorating.